Hello everyone, we're doing the 5-day forecast today. Going to have a detailed look at weather for the next 5 days across the British Isles. Got more very cold weather coming up across many parts of the country. We'll get a little bit milder in the southwest for a time through late Thursday into Friday, but really cold weather is dominating for the foreseeable future. And that just typifies what's happened in March so far. In the papers today, they're reporting that it could be the coldest March since 1962. Whether it'll end up quite that cold, I'm not sure, but it's certainly going to be a substantially colder than average month. And we haven't had many cold Marches actually in the last few years, so it's been quite unusual this March, and it does look as though it's going to be one of the coldest for a very long time. Anyway, before I go on with the 5-day forecast, just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad sitting underneath my video player here at gavsweathervids.com. Please play those ads, you'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com by doing that. Also want to mention the websites we're using for the video. We've got the radar picture from the UK Met Office. We've also got the charts coming from weatheroutlook.com and weathercentral.de. You can find those websites on my links page. So this is the radar picture across the country today. We've got the snow up here across eastern Scotland, going down in towards the southeast of Scotland and northeastern parts of England as well. That's going to get lighter through the course of the day, but it has been quite significant up there in the northeast. We've also got these showery bits across other parts of the country, particularly England and Wales. Some of these are wintry, little bits of sleet and snow mixed in. It could get heavy actually in the southwest through the course of this afternoon, possibly giving some hail and thunder perhaps in some southern and southwestern parts. Here's the jet stream today. I know some of you do like to see where the jet stream is. This is where the jet stream is to the south of the country generally, as it has been really throughout the winter, on and off, and certainly throughout this March. The jet stream tracking to the south. We are still and will remain on the cold side of the jet. So this is the chart for today from the GFS model. The high pressure blocking up here to the north of the country is really the main thing, from Scandinavia stretching out to Greenland, a big blocking area of high pressure. The cold air pulling around that high pressure out of the pole into Russia, then down into Europe and even as far west as Britain. Low pressure developing in the Atlantic. That's going to become important over the next few days as it tries to bring Atlantic air in across the country. But the actual weather for today, it looks like we're going to see the snow easing off across eastern Scotland, northeastern parts of England. It will get lighter and fizzle out. Elsewhere, a lot of cloud around, some showery bits and pieces of rain, sleet, little bits of snow here and there as well. Down in the southwest, those showers could become heavy and substantial, giving hail, thunder, sleet, snow, everything but the kitchen sink thrown in down across some parts of southern and southwestern England. Temperatures today, well, very cold up in the north, just 2 or 3 degrees, maybe up to 7s and 8s across England and Wales, but really we're still below where we should be for the time of the year. Now this is the weather system across the country at 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. That's bringing those showers. That's a weakening feature, and really we're looking at this area of low pressure developing in the Atlantic through the course of Thursday, starting to move up across the country. These are the FATS charts, by the way, and they are the human interpretation of the forecast of the models by the forecasters at the Met Office. So for tonight we're going to see the showers easing down. The last of the sleet and snow will ease away from eastern Scotland and northeastern parts of England, and generally it's going to be a clearing sort of night with skies gradually clearing, and we're going to find a frost setting in. Could be quite a hard frost actually, where we've got snow on the ground. Temperatures may get as low as -7 or -8. Generally we're going to be down to around -3, -4, so really quite a hard frost at the time of year, severe frost, and there will be icy patches around as well, with freezing fog patches in places too. Cloud and heavy rain coming into Ireland and southwestern England by the end of the night, associated with that area of low pressure. As we move into Thursday, the low pressure is moving in off the Atlantic, but it's very slow process to move that weather system in across the country. So although we have rain across Ireland, southwestern England through the morning, it won't make much northwards and eastwards progress from that actually. Some other southern counties perhaps turning wet through the afternoon, maybe into southern Wales as well, and across the hills of southern Wales we could get some sleet or snow, but really that's the northern extent of the system through Thursday. Many parts staying dry. Good sunny spells to start off with, particularly in the north and the east with the frost and fog and icy patches, but the cloud will increase through the course of the day, although eastern Scotland and north east England will probably stay mainly dry. tightly packed isobars developing as well in the west. It's going to become really windy in the west with gales locally around southern and western hills and coast through the course of the afternoon. That'll drive that rain along down in the southwest, so becoming very unpleasant down there. Temperatures on Thursday, well, maybe up to 7 or 8 degrees again, but up in the north where we've got the snow on the ground, temperatures still just 2 or 3 degrees. Into Thursday night, Friday morning, that low pressure is really starting to dominate then from the Atlantic, gradually moving these weather fronts northwards and eastwards, moving into that cold air and this strong southeasterly wind up to gale force. There is going to be a snow event in some parts of the country, but deciding where that snow event is going to be is very hard to pin it down just at the moment. This is the facts chart for Friday, lunchtime on Friday, and we've got these weather fronts still making ever so slow progress really northwards and eastwards across the country. I think we are looking at heavy rain for southwest England, certainly the southern southwestern parts of Wales in towards Ireland as well. Could be up to 50 millimetres of rain with this. That's 2 inches of rain, obviously the risk of localised flooding through the course of Friday. And then coming further north and east through southern counties again, we're looking at heavy rain, and into the Midlands, some parts of northern Wales, maybe southern parts of North England. There we're probably looking at a wintry mix, maybe some snow to start off with. It might turn to rain through the course of the day, then it may turn back to snow actually later on in the day. Now if this weather front gets north and east of that, up into northern England, central southern Scotland, that's where we've got the risk of very significant and heavy snow, drifting snow with blizzards in places as well, particularly over Pennines and the southern uplands of southwestern Scotland. Probably the rain, sleet and snow won't get into central, northern and east Scotland there. It'll probably tend to stay mainly dry, but this is all subject to change actually, and it wouldn't be at all surprised to see this weather system make less progress northwards and eastwards than these facts charts are showing, and it may be that Wales and the Midlands end up in the firing line for this snow, but we've just got to wait and see how it develops. Up to gale force winds through the course of Friday, so it will be a very windy day, feeling very cold in that southeasterly wind. Temperatures up in the far southwest may get up to 12 degrees 54 Fahrenheit, so we might just bring some very mild air into the far southwest, but generally from the Midlands northwards the temperatures are going to really struggle at just 2 or 3 degrees. Now, as we move into Friday night, Saturday morning, we're finding those weather systems occluding out. If I go back to the facts chart for Friday, there's the warm front. That's bringing in the milder air from the south. Here comes the cold front. But as we move through to midnight on Saturday morning, we find those warm fronts and cold fronts have occluded across the country. That is indicating that the warm air is stalling as it's moving up and the cold air is undercutting. So what we're going to find through the course of Friday night is probably rain turning to snow across Ireland, Wales, Northern England and the Midlands. Now, how much snow we get developing from that is uncertain. I'm going to have to keep you posted on it through the course of the week. The facts chart for Saturday shows that we've got this occlusion lying across the country, northwest to southeast. So we've got a swathe of rain, sleet and snow, probably turning increasingly to sleet and snow this across Ireland, southwest Scotland, down into northern England, Wales, in towards the Midlands, possibly East Anglia and maybe southeast England as well. In the southeast it is more likely to be rain, but from the Midlands northwards there could be snow on this. Very cold easterly winds coming into the north and the east, so eastern Scotland, northeast England getting snow showers, and heavy rain showers down in the southwest probably, and some of those could have hail and thunder mixed in. Temperatures struggling to get above freezing from the Midlands northwards. Bitterly cold and usually cold for so late into March. And then we're on to the generic charts from the GFS while beyond this. So for Sunday, we've got high pressure still up over Scandinavia. The low pressure is being squeezed out to the south of the country. We're bringing in this bitterly cold easterly winds. So we're going to see the last of the rain, sleet and snow and that occlusion clearing away from southern parts of the country early on Sunday. And then we're all into easterly winds again, feeding in freezing cold air off the bitterly cold continent. More snow showers in the east. Many central and western parts probably dry. There'll be a lot of cloud fed in with this easterly wind, but the temperatures really are struggling on Sunday. Just 3s, 4s, 5s at best for many of us, struggling to get above freezing from the Midlands northwards. As we move into Tuesday, well then we're bringing in very unusually cold air here across the country on Monday. Upper air temperatures showing that we're bringing the -10 isotherm back across the country once again. Very, very unusual. I can't emphasise how unusual this is really for the end of March to see the air as cold as this in the upper atmosphere. The weather on Monday, again, we're bringing in snow showers to the east, central western areas, probably mainly dry, but snow showers can't be ruled out anywhere. It'll be freezing cold, unusually cold for the time of the year. Finally, having a look at the charts from the weather outlook. Well, here's the snow up in the northeast at the moment. That'll be fizzling out and getting lighter through the course of the day, and then we're looking at some rain showers in the south and southwest. Some of those could be quite beefy. This is showing quite a bit of sunshine today. I think there's actually a lot more cloud than this is showing. Into Thursday, a lot of dry weather across many parts of the country and some sunny spells, but we are bringing in that rain and the strong winds to the far southwest through the course of the day. And then into Friday, where western areas having a lot of rain, that'll gradually push northwards and eastwards, turning to snow as it does so across northern and central parts of the country. Saturday, we've got the snow here. This is showing it from southeastern Scotland down through the Pennines in towards western parts of eastern parts of Wales. I'm not sure about that. I think it's going to be a line more southwest to northeast. Very cold easterly winds developing through the course of Saturday, and then into Sunday and Monday, very cold with those easterly winds. Some sunny spells, but perhaps snow showers in the east, and probably quite a lot of cloud being fed in on those easterly winds as well. So it's a very unusually cold picture emerging for the next 5 days. In summary, we're looking at the rain, sleet and snow. It's heavy rain with risk of flooding in some places in the southwest. Heavy snow as well across northern England in particular perhaps, but uncertain where the rain and snow line is through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then beyond that we're back into those easterly winds feeding in freezing cold air once again with snow showers in the east. So there's absolutely no sign of spring in the foreseeable future. The very, very cold March continues. That's it for now. Thanks.